Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome back to the Hanging with Web show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thank you for logging on and tuning in and clicking over. For a lot of you, you're watching the show for the first time on the HWWS WebTV app.
Wow.
So awesome. Thanks for tuning in here too. If you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. Smash the bell. Is that what all the kids are saying?
Yeah.
Smash the
Smash
bell. That's right. Subscribe, come back over and over again. We got artists, authors, filmmakers, musicians, creative minds of all kinds. Right now, we're spending the day down at Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne, Florida. Our good friend Rick Shea and a whole bunch of creative artists are here, and we're hanging out with one and only, the filmmaker, producer extraordinaire, Jake Estrada.
Hi.
Man, you are going strong.
Yes.
I mean, Bocas is out.
Yes.
It's in theaters. You've been doing premieres at, you did one down at the Oaks here.
Yes.
And then now you're up at the Brevard Indie Theater. Yeah.
We were at Brevard Cinema House.
Yep.
And on the 22nd, starting for a week up to the 28th, we're going to be in Titusville Mall Cinema next.
Awesome.
Yes.
Wow. And the audience, I mean, you're selling tickets online? Audiences are coming in?
Yes.
That's
People
right.
are coming and filling the seats. And
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
So that was a lot of work.
yes, it has been.
It was in a lot of work.
Yes.
You've done, I mean, you did filming over the course of a year plus.
About a year and a half.
Yeah. And I mean, it was every weekend you could get away.
Yeah.
Every any chance when he'd get his actors and any actor that
Yeah.
any Saturday, be there,
Yeah.
guys, come on. And I mean, you
Yeah.
guys were really going all. What's that like now? You're looking up on the big screen. In
Oh,
the
it's
theaters.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, there's my baby. I birthed that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, because when you're in the editing suite, it's down here, you know, and
Yeah.
you're moving things around. But then you walk in, and there it is on the big screen.
Yeah.
There's an audience watching.
Yeah, and people either laughing or booing at it.
Yeah. So what are you hearing though? I know we actually caught online the other day. You were doing some interviews
Yes.
as people were coming out of the theater,
Yeah.
and that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So what are you hearing? What are people saying?
A lot of people like some of the lines. They said they're memorable and they're pretty funny. I had a few people, you know, started quoting me, and I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you just quoted my movie.
That's got to be
Yeah,
cool, right?
yeah.
And you know, especially for in our community.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're all pop culture nerds, and we all walk around all day long quoting all these different movies
Yeah.
and things we've seen. And so now there you are, you're standing there, and they're quoting you.
Yeah,
Back to you.
That was kind of surreal, you know.
That's nice. That is really super cool. You've been through a lot the last couple of years, man.
Yes.
You've been through a lot.
Yep.
And now your movie's out there, and you get the feedback from that.
Yeah.
You got to be riding high right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling, man. You know, to get that done and you just start plotting for future films and other projects and everything like that. But meanwhile, knowing that people are digging what you just released, you're like,
Yeah, it's cool. And I mean, you know, but this was we got to be on set with you guys a couple times while you were filming, and it was really cool because this is an indie film that took advantage of the times we live in.
Yes.
You know, you shot some stuff, you know, some stuff in the camera, some stuff on a phone, some stuff, you know, catching audio where you could here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, this was really a mishmash.
Oh
of
yeah, it definitely
every
was.
piece of tech that we could get our hands on,
Yeah.
right?
You know, it's modern world. You know.
It is,
You know?
and so the you know, so when you see Bocas, what's great, and we've talked to a few people who've seen it now out at the theaters, and what's great is that you can feel it's got that indie feel to it, but again, the lines are memorable.
Yeah.
Some of our local talent. This was all local talent
Yes,
that came
it was.
out.
All local.
And all this local talent. Some of our local talent, far more talented than we expected.
Oh heck yeah! People come
mean-
up and you're like, whoa, where you been all the time? You should be in Hollywood already.
Yeah, no doubt. You're like, what? You just but they're here and they're just kind of tucked away in these little corners, and you managed to kind of dig them out and bring them out. You had Josh Whitener, a local journalist, came out and turned out to be one heck of an actor.
He was a great actor. You know, it's like fantastic.
All right, so over a year and a half filming. We're going to do a couple of different ones, okay? First, what was the wackiest moment that you had on set filming? Where things just kind of cut up and went sideways on you?
You know, a lot of things really didn't go sideways. Things like just seemed to fall in my lap. You know, there's a scene that was pretty wacky, I thought, when we're out in a compound filming the huge like zombie moment in the film. And suddenly this guy comes in, it's like this huge military vehicle. And he's just joyriding around. And he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? I'm like, oh, I'm making a movie. You want to be in it? He's like, yeah. great.
Boom.
He had no idea. No,
And
it's
just
so
sort of
wacky.
fell.
Yeah.
Just sort of fell right. Wow.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the stills from that scene.
Yeah.
Because you had two, kind of local icons
Yes.
here, talent. You had Cecil Grimes, Cecil Grimes cosplay.
Yeah.
And you also had Rick Stafford came
Yes.
out from the True Aquaman, and they both did kind of their guy's guy.
Yeah, he played
zombie fighters.
Rick played what I call Chuck Norris.
It's actually good casting.
Yeah, it
really
was great.
good casting. Yeah,
He had the beard and all.
Yes, that is really cool. And that guy he wasn't supposed to be on
No.
set that day. He just showed up,
Yeah,
and
he
you
was
were
just
like,
driving around in a compound, and he just happened to stumble on us. And I'm like, "Hey, we're making this movie. You want it?" He's like, "Yeah." And the next thing you know, he's driving around knocking trees down. It was
wow. So that brings us to the next one. You filmed this throughout Brevard County. You were in
Yes.
multiple locations.
Yes.
What was the coolest location? I mean, you do a lot of scouting around our own hometown. You got to learn Brevard County probably better than anybody because you got to drive in places where people don't go. And what was the coolest thing that you found, kind of hidden treasure in Brevard County while you were scouting?
Maxine Trainer, she has this art thing out in Titusville.
Okay.
And it's just creepy when you're out there. Like all this artwork and all that stuff, totally creepy. But the lady's awesome artist. She does all these paintings of dogs and everything like that.
Oh, wow.
And she had these like little sheds converted into little mini art galleries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we had one of our characters like laying in there,
just something found.
Yeah, something just opened up for us.
See, when you're a filmmaker, you drive around with a different set of eyes.
Yeah.
You're looking for that cool shot.
Yeah.
And you never know what you're going to find or where you're going to find it. So, what was the most challenging day of filming where maybe things didn't fall in your lap? Things just kind of
It was finding a church.
Yeah, I remember that
was a long one. That was months and months and
Yeah.
months of scouting. People would say yeah and then no, and then it was like back and forth. You guys even tried helping.
Yeah, we tried to get one out. I remember when we tried to get one out in Rockledge. There's a historical church out there,
Yeah.
but again, everybody, it's we want to do it, but we're not sure. And
Yeah.
what's the film and what's this
Yeah.
and what's that, and of course, then you get into areas where maybe something is not in use, like the historical one,
Yeah.
and they are wanting to rent it out or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's hard to come up with those
Yeah.
deals. It really is, and that I know that was a challenge for you
Yeah.
guys to do. While you were shooting, we were there when you were shooting one of the scenes right down at a local business
Yes.
with our good friend David Grace.
Yes, the smash room.
Yeah, the Smash Room, and you guys. You used every corner of that building
Oh,
that
yeah.
day, man. We were walking around every nook and cranny to do things. So, editing. You shot this again over the course of about a year and a half, and we saw just the one day that we were on set. There was so much footage.
Oh, yeah.
There were 12 takes and
We had
3
over
4
6
angles.
hours plus of footage.
Wow.
That I had to go through, and I went through the majority of it during the summer.
And what did you cut that down to? What's the running time right now?
About an hour and 43 minutes.
Hour and 43 minutes out of 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of editing, man. And you did the editing?
Yes.
Yes.
I did about 90% of the editing. Then towards the end, I asked Chuck to come in and look with his own eyes and see what he thinks I should cut, and then I let him do some hard editing too. I was like, I'm too close to this now, brother.
Yeah.
I need you.
Once you start trimming things, it's hard to know what to cut.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things that you're like, I really liked
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
do we need it
Yeah.
for what we're doing? Yeah. So, audiences are seeing it now.
Yes.
It's all done. Now there's that lull. I know you, man. Your mind is always working.
Yeah.
So, you working on your next one in your head already?
So while I was editing that down, especially around in October, David, Chuck, Deborah, who's actually an extra in Bocas, we shot a short ghost story. So we did that in between that, before Bocas premiering the first time. So we did that, and then I'm already casting for the Human Virus, which is like my take on a zombie story.
Okay.
And then I wrote a screenplay called Bacon, which David's going to be directing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I wrote the
So
screenplay.
you got it.
Yeah.
Things are coming now,
Yeah,
huh?
and I already finished writing the screenplay for Bocas too, as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're right back in the saddle.
Oh, yeah.
Right back going.
Yeah.
Speaking of back in the saddle, Space Coast Comic Con.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
New date, new
Yeah.
time of the year.
Better time of the year.
Better
I think.
time of the year, I think.
Out of
yeah.
hurricane season.
Yeah. We can't get, now it's not hurricanes that are going to shut
Yeah.
us down this time. So let's remind everybody the dates on that and what's going on with Space Coast Comic Con this
Now
year.
the dates, I'm kind of wishy-washy on. I'm always terrible with dates. It's
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna have to ask behind
February
the camera.
7th
She
and
knows
8th.
stuff. Do you know stuff? She doesn't know this stuff. That's
scream
good.
somewhere. Comic-Con, what day?
Yeah, what day? What day? But we're in February.
Yeah,
I know that we're
early
in
February.
Early February, and we're going to be right back at Space Coast Convention Center,
Yes.
which is off 520 in Cocoa, 520 and 95, right there.
Yeah.
Any big announcements, big guests that you guys can talk about yet? What's going on? February 8, 9. Okay, February 8 and 9.
It's Space Coast
We had to
Comic-Con.
play charades to
Yeah.
get that,
Yeah.
But February 8th and 9th. Big guests coming. What do we got?
We've been talking with Gil Gerard.
Wow.
We're trying to bring out Mr. Buck Rogers
Buck
himself.
Rogers, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
That's one of the major ones right now we're talking with, and there's a few other ones. It's too
That's
early to
fantastic.
say.
And
Yeah.
of course, we got our local community that always
yeah.
loves to come out.
Oh, yeah,
And
so-
we've got some great artists and cosplayers and some amazing folks that come out.
Yeah.
Now, typically the Spacey Awards were connected to the con.
Yeah.
Now everything has kind of shifted around a
Yeah.
little bit. So will we be doing Spaceys later in the year, maybe? Or
Yeah,
maybe
we're still going
bring
to
it back
open up.
around?
We're going to open up the Spaceys, and we're going to have it, starting in January, and we'll
Have
figure
to play
out.
with things,
Yeah.
a little bit here.
Yeah.
We were very happy. Our sister show over at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS took home a Spacey this
Oh yeah,
year.
much deserved.
And man, he worked so hard.
Yeah, he
got,
does.
He got it. He was so excited.
Yeah,
and it was
I
great to be
I was
recognized.
happy.
I really
about
was.
that. Yeah.
It was really amazing because with just over a year under his belt now,
Yeah.
broadcasting, and he's worked so hard to build a great audience, and to just see that, you know when our community, when we were able to recognize one another, you
Yeah.
can feel the love in that room.
Yeah.
And Christian was so grateful and everything for you guys
Yeah.
for doing that, and the voting. I mean, you guys out on the internet killed it, man.
Yeah, you helped the guy out.
Yeah.
He deserved it, especially now. He definitely did deserve
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And so, all right, man, she's got that card again. She does this to us every single time. It's like she thinks we forgot, but we didn't. So let's say thank you to our great partners and friends right here, Rick Shea and his fantastic team at Famous Faces and Funnies, our good friend Jake Estrada at Space Coast Comixx, and of course Indie Originals and Indie Originals Live with that we got Jake working on and Chuck Fresh working on. Our great friend Josh Bauer at J Bauer Art for all the art that's on our set right here. Our friends at Embellish Effects for keeping Cosplay Michael very happy. Our great friends Cliff and Rebecca Ryan for these fantastic chairs.
They are nice.
And our great friends over in Orlando at Hearts Helping Others of Central Florida. Thank you for all their work there, helping families right in Central Florida. They're in the middle of a big toy drive right now.
Oh, wow.
And what's unique about that is that it's a toy drive for teens. Because everybody focuses on getting the toys for the younger kids,
Yeah.
But teens want a little Christmas spirit too. So
they like gifts. Yeah.
yeah, they do. They're teens.
Yeah.
They love that stuff. Guys, we've been hanging out with our good friend Jake Estrada, the producer, director, just chief cook and bottle washer all the way around.
Yeah.
He did so much, and the star of Bocas. If you can't check it out in the theaters, if you're out of town, if you're somewhere, you can't check it out in theaters, stay hooked up to the links down below so that you can find out when Bocas goes digital, and make sure you get your copy because it's something to see. This is a completely indie film, all indie cast and crew, all local to Brevard County.
Yep.
And you're going to see some great familiar places and faces. It's a lot of fun. So check out Bocas, guys. And the next film's coming from Jake Estrada because there's going to be a lot. So check out the IMDb page for what he's working on. Jake, thank you so much.
Thank
man.
you for having me again.
You guys stay tuned in and stay logged on and see who we're hanging with next. Awesome.